So welcome to the Pace Leading Technique. This is part of the Central Hypnosis and NLP training. I am Trish Palmer from Palin & Palmer, and let's learn all about Pace Leading. So Pace Leading Technique is a wonderful technique to learn, and you want to learn it for the following reasons. You can use it to stop an angry person in their tracks. So it doesn't matter whether it's a client, a family member, or anything like that. You can use it as a sales technique as well. You can use it to bring someone out of the dumps, and you can make the client feel like they are in control and you're just empowering them when you're actually just directing them towards a better path. So there are 3 steps to it. Pace, leading. First step is pace. Second step is pace. Third step is leading. So step number 1, you want to match the person's pace, okay? Match the person's tone, the actions, the volume. If they're very loud and angry or soft and quiet, you want to match it no matter what it is that they're doing. You want to match the tone, the volume. You want to make sure that you get it right, okay? Then the second step is called pacing again. So you're going to agree with them. So let's say, for example, we have an angry person in the room and they've decided that they want a refund of some sort or whatever. And they're just like, I hate this place and I want a refund and I've had enough of this. Well, you're going to match that person's tone, their volume, and their action, and you're going to agree with them. So you will say to them, I completely understand. I know I hate this place as well, and you absolutely deserve a refund. So you're going to match that. So this is called pace, and then you're going to lead them. When you're leading with the person, you're going to connect with their similarities. So make sure you're aligning with them. You're nodding your head, you're moving your body around exactly the way that they are. And then you're going to slowly bring your tone, your actions, and your volumes to a more appropriate level. You tell them the truth. You create a solution and you lead them towards that solution so that you can discuss a better outcome and a way of success. So for example, that person is just like, I hate this place and I want a refund and I've had enough of this. And then you come in, you're like, I completely understand. I hate this place as well. And you absolutely deserve a refund. But when it comes to the refund, we have to process some of the paperwork so that way we can get you your money back and we can work on a better solution for this. So you've gone from that angry tone where you've matched that person and then you've slowly changed it to give them that success, that outcome that they want. Because they would have told you what the outcome it is, whether they're feeling down and out and they just want to feel better or whether they're frustrated. So you're going to tell them the truth, create the solution and a better outcome. Now, when you're pacing someone, you must be patient. The example that I did there only lasted a few seconds. Sometimes it lasts minutes, half an hour, 20 minutes, whatever it is that you need to do. It's called a negotiation process. And you would have noticed this in the movies when people are negotiating with, bad people and stuff like that. So they'll actually step into their structure of reality. The structure of reality video was right at the start. And remember how you had to match the structure of reality so you could actually come into that person's world. So some people want to be in that bad place of emotions for a period so that they can actually process it. So when you're pacing someone and then leading them, then make sure that you must be patient. When they're going through this bad state, they've got all of their adrenaline firing in their body. Their central nervous system is going off left, right, and center, and even they're struggling to take back control. So allow them to process that moment. Now, do not start leading someone to a solution till they are completely ready. This means that they are trusting you sufficiently enough to follow you. So still be cautious here as the person is sensitive. Stay connected with the person till they are ready to exit the environment, okay? So many years ago, I used to play soccer. And I played with a wonderful woman named Bree. And Bree was known as my sweeper. So I was the goalie. I'd protect the goals. And the sweeper would run along the front of the goalie and basically kick out any balls that the goalie couldn't control or catch or anything like that. So Bree was my sweeper, and she was filming herself so that she could apply to get into this school with a scholarship. And anyway, we'd played this first half of a game and she wasn't playing all that well. Honestly, everybody on the team wasn't. And it's amazing how we mirror each other. And anyway, she came off the field and she sat near the goalpost at halftime. She just started crying and she was just done. She was completely done. And anyway, I went up to her and I thought, rightio, this is where I've got to use my pace leading technique. And anyway, I went up to her and I sat beside her and I mirrored how she was sitting, how low her shoulders were. I put my head down. And she wasn't saying anything. She was just crying. So I just sat there with her, sort of thing. And then after a few moments, she talked to me and she's like, "What are you doing, Trish?" She's like, and she kept on crying. And I said to her, I'm like, "I know." I said, "We're all having such a terrible game, aren't we?" And I matched her tone. I matched her physiology. And then after a little while, she started expressing how she was filming it and she wanted to get into this school, etc., etc. And I started mirroring that as well. And I'm like, "I know you want to get into the school and you've been a great player and you're just having a crappy game, and I understand how it is, but how is it that we can turn this around?" And she sort of looked at me and she's like, "I don't know how to turn it around." And I'm like, "Of course we do. We just keep going out there and we just keep doing what is right and we go and perform the absolute best that we can. We forget about the camera and we start to focus on just winning the game, being protective of that goal and making sure none of those balls get through." And then all of a sudden Bree was just like, I said, "Honestly," I said, "do you want to have this as your footage for your application for sponsorship? Or do you want to go out there and understand that you've still got another half to prove to them that you've got this, that you can do this?" I said, "I've seen you do it. I know you can do it. You've just got to go out there and bloody do it." Then all of a sudden she picked herself up and I said, "Right, now go wash your face. You've got 2 minutes before we get back on the field." So off she went. She washed her face. She played a phenomenal game after that. It was absolutely amazing. And I was sort of standing in goals going, "Why am I even here?" Because Bree's just sweeping all of the shots and they don't even need me. So she was phenomenal. And she ended up getting her application in and going to play soccer in Fiji. So I was so proud of her. She's an absolutely phenomenal woman. So that's how you can pace, lead. You can also do what's known as future pacing, which is an NLP principle, and this is used in your more advanced training. It's a very popular technique used for breaking habits, addictions, fears, and phobias, and I'm going to talk about all of that in a later module. So go and practice your pace leading technique. It's all written in your manual, and your manual is in the description. Remember to download that. Now, I'm going to talk about hot, cold, and warm reading techniques next time, so make sure you're jumping in on that. This is a wonderful thing to do, and it's also known as the language of the psychics, so that they can get hits as such. So hot, cold, warm reading techniques is awesome, and it's really, really good fun. So I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Mwah.